Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast, Apocalypse Soon. And now, oh my God, I can't believe it. Here he is. Make it loud for him. Pepitone!
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Fanny Coast Studios. I am here with my sidekick, Kevin Tinkin.
How do you do?
And producer, Rob Haybear.
Hello, everybody.
There he is. And we are here, and the holidays are bearing down on us, aren't they, Kev?
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow.
Bearing.
I have not, and this is a true story. Welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside. I have not started my holiday shopping.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Really?
Yeah, don't tell anybody, but yes.
Well, by the time they hear it, it'll be too late.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
you know, it's the 20th or the 21st today.
It is the 21st.
No!
I know.
No! I thought it was the 20th.
No, you blew it.
Oh, my God. Look, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this podcast today. I've got to run, guy. No.
Yeah.
No, it's, I waited to the last second. I'm hoping that terrific company, Amazon, that stops unions and has robots patrolling their warehouse floors.
Yep.
And just, people get hurt and they don't get compensated.
Yeah.
They fight I'm going to order. I hope they can, I'm an Amazon Prime member.
Yeah. Well, I think if we keep supporting them long enough and we give them enough money that eventually they'll unionize and start taking care of their employees. Right?
I don't know about that. I hope I just, they unionized in Staten Island. It was a great thing, and that's where I'm from.
Oh, very cool.
Well, Brooklyn and Staten Island, and they did a big union thing there. I have to follow up on that and see what's going on with that. But I don't like getting gifts for anyone but me. Does this happen to you? I'll be shopping, for a significant other.
Yeah.
I'll be shopping, for family, and I'm looking at shit, and I'm like, yeah, bing, I buy that for me.
Mm-hmm.
Bing, I buy another thing for me. And then I'm like annoyed that I have to get something for a person I love.
Well, I get
and I don't think that's the spirit. I don't think it's the spirit.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you're like me, but I get upset also in that moment, but I don't get upset because I'm like annoyed I have to buy them something. I get upset because I feel like I have a hard time getting them the right thing. And I'm like, if it kind of points to my inadequacies when I'm like, I don't know, maybe she'll like this. And then I go, nah, she won't. She hates me. and then I'm in my head, I'm on Amazon. I'm like, what are you doing? You're blowing it.
I have a good buddy, JT Habersat, who I tour with, who is so great at getting gifts for people.
Oh, really?
Like he makes things for people, or he buys things that are very kind of unique, but fit what you love. And me, I'm like, here is an ashtray I made for you. I'm still doing that type of thing where I make something in a wood shop for people. I still do it because there's a wood shop right by my place. And I go, let me in, Frank. I gotta make a couple of chests for the holidays, for people I love.
Well, yeah.
You're too old for that shit. No, Frank, please. No, you didn't pay me last year for the varnish. Frank, I hit hard times. It's a pain in the ass.
You made me a birdhouse a few years ago that killed a lot of birds. I did try not to bring it up, but all the nails that were in the inside from when you put it together. And
it's because it was rushed.
Yeah, it was rushed, but
it was rushed, and I know you. I know I hurt some birds, and I want to just talk to the birds out there for 1 second. Fly, fly, fly away. Feed your young from mouth to mouth. Don't get alarmed by nature being destroyed by end-stage capitalism. But most of all, don't fly into my birdhouse, as a nail will hit your throat and kill you. That's a little poem I wrote for the birdies.
Thank you for joining us on Poems for Birds.
Hello. No, that'd be funny if I was taken along on bird watchers,
Yeah.
on bird watching tours. By the way, people who watch birds are called birders. Do you know that?
Really?
Birders.
That's
Yeah.
I never heard that term, birders.
Uh-huh. Birders. You're called a birder if you know who really digs birds? I don't know if you know the comedian Adam Caton Holland, who's very
I
funny.
do. I'm aware of him.
From Denver, from Grolix. And he is a huge bird guy.
Really?
He's a birder. He's the one who taught me that term, He goes, look, over there. He goes, look. And it was a plane. I said, it's a fucking plane, Adam.
Look at that bird. It's like, that's a tree.
Adam, that's a fucking plane. And he was like, is it a bird or a plane? No, it's super. You remember that Superman?
I do. Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, I mean, he doesn't sound like the best bird watcher, that if he's confusing
No,
birds
he
and planes.
really is. Like, he can tell the difference between a cardinal and a pope like you wouldn't fucking believe it. Like, the pope is the one with the hat, the cardinal's red-breasted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I love some red breasts.
Take it easy, Tinkin.
What? Hey, what?
I feel like you drink a lot during the holidays and you get randy.
I love a red breast.
Holidays, huh? Do you overindulge during the holidays, Kev?
I have in the past. My
that didn't sound good, did it, folks?
I had to, dude, because medical problems and all that stuff. Every time I eat bad, the gout stuff acts up.
You and the gout, buddy.
I'm a million years old, buddy. And
how old are you?
I am 41.
You are not.
I'm 41 years old.
You look very young.
Well,
and that's because Kevin uses a beautiful skin product called Shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think of a product.
Are you struggling with your look? Get into a bucket of shit.
No, so no, you do look young. People look younger these days, and I'm not sure why, because stress levels are so fucking high.
Yeah.
In the world. Just, it's like, and I don't know how parents do it, because I was watching a documentary yesterday, and it was a horrible documentary. Horrible. No, in the sense that the subject matter was murder.
Oh, I see.
It was murder again, and I think because I watched 2 murder docs recently.
Yeah.
That I've been cured of murder porn. It's
Ah.
murder porn,
Yeah.
really. When you look into these horrible tragedies. But anyway, be that as it may, they were just talking about parenting, and it just sounds unbelievably stressful when you both have to work.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Well, I mean, we've always had a situation where one of us was working part-time.
Still, that's
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I give myself the grace and the understanding that a lot of things are out of your control, and you try your best. And I think this is the most sincere I've ever been on a recorded podcast.
That's good, though.
I do think trying your best, and I think if you care and you're constantly putting effort in, you're probably doing just as good as the top 10% of parents out there. If you're trying your best, because a lot of people don't. I don't think they try. They think about their kids as an inconvenience.
Really, that's unbelievable. Another human being as an inconvenience. Why have them?
Hey,
Frida, I love you very much. I was wondering if you'd like to have an inconvenience with me. Something that'll put us out.
Yeah.
Something that'll be in our way for many, many years.
And this will become more and more relatable as abortions get banned across the country. So there'll be a lot more unwanted children out there. And so, just all you have to do is just not be horrible and want your children, then you'll you'll be good.
So fucked up. Just don't get me started on the kid thing. I feel like we're overpopulated, way overpopulated on the planet. Matter of fact, one of the stories I saw, and I've known this for a while, is that animals don't have places to live anymore.
Really?
Yes, more and more animal habitats have been encroached on. Not only does it lead to things like the pandemic, but fucking these poor animals, out here in LA, coyotes, mountain lions. They just put down a very famous mountain lion here,
Yes.
and that these creatures have to come in to neighborhoods now because the neighborhoods shouldn't be built.
Right. Right.
They're built on animal land, but nobody's. There are people who fight for animals, most notably Jane Goodall.
Oh yeah, she's great. Love Jane Goodall.
Have you seen her OnlyFans? I'm kidding, but that was a cheap shot, and she is a great one. I don't know
I'd
if
pay
she's still
for the
alive.
OnlyFans. I don't know, but she was.
Is Jane Goodall still alive?
Still alive.
She was a real smoke show back in the day. And people always ask why.
By the way, I just came into contact with that phrase: smoke show or smoke shop.
Yeah. So she was smoking hot. She's a hot young lady, and then because people always be like, how was she able to communicate? And they always attribute it to her sensibility and her intellect, but I don't think that's why they wanted to talk to her. I think it's because she was hot. The gorillas, they love a hot scientist.
You're bringing conversations around to sex a lot, which I really think is holiday oriented for you.
Yes.
That once the holidays hit, you're overindulging a little bit.
Yeah.
On various substances. We won't say what they are because you're seeking help.
I am addicted to sex and love. That's what my wife says, at least. She's like, you're an addict. I'm like, it's been 3 months. It's like, you want it all the time. I am living with 2 junior high children.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of sex jokes that are happening.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah. Lots of that.
Because they're going through adolescence.
Yes.
Do you try to steer away from it, or do you lean into it?
I lean into it. I am. I think because my childhood was so filled with don't say that,
Right.
So now I'm like, go nuts, have fun,
You're overcompensating by waking up and showing everybody porn. Hey, new porn came out on RedTube. Hey, gather around, everybody. Get your cereal.
I did have a conversation with them about porn yesterday. Because it had come up, and I was just like, "Hey, just be careful, because that stuff can take over your life. You can lose a lot of days, lots of hours in front of a computer with that stuff."
You're preaching, to the choir.
It is probably the most addictive thing, at least for men. I don't know what it's like for women, but I was trying to tell my son, I'm just because he won't open up about anything, but he's 14, so I know things are going on, So I'm just like,
As I've gotten older, I've realized how fucking disgusting it is. And I limit it now to like twice a day. It is so disgusting, that shit. Sex trade industry is based on that. It's just so fake, except this one video. Anyway, Kev, so the holidays are here.
Yes.
I want to steer us away from the dastardly topic of porn. I think comedians talk about porn too much. I talk about it a little bit. I try to be creative about it. I say I listen to porn in the car. Yes. I like that. I just like that image. Like I'm just, driving around and all you hear is "put it in my ass," and I'm just like in traffic hitting the steering wheel.
Dude, I was driving home from a show in San Diego.
Yeah.
And it was hot. It was so hot. So I had the windows down, and I had just gotten 50 Shades of Grey on audiobook. This is a true story, because my wife was reading it, and I'm like, I'll check it out. So I get it on audiobook because I get free books every month. I got a full blast, and because the wind's blowing, and then I pull up to my stop, and I got my windows. I looked left and right. There's people in it. I'm just blazing. Like, and Christian, he brought me in the red room, and he was smacking my ass.
That's very funny.
And I was like,
that's my bit, basically.
Yeah. But I had to roll the windows up real fast. I was embarrassed.
Honey, what the fuck is coming out of that guy's car? Oh, come on, Al. Al, why can't he listen to pornography? I just think he should have his windows up, Margaret. Al, you know, when we watch pornography, we have the windows down in our house. We have them up. It's the same thing, Al. When the windows are up in our house, that means they're down in the car. What the fuck are you talking about, Margaret? Visualize it, Al. In the house, you have to push the windows up to get them open in the car. They go down. Look, Margaret, you know I have spatial problems, okay? I have problems with space. Al, you don't have a problem with space. You just got traumatized when the Challenger exploded. Not that kind of space. You didn't like when the teacher blew up. I don't like teachers. Oh, really? They have a thankless job and don't get paid for it. Look, Margaret, I'm just saying that this guy next to us was blasting 50 Shades of Grey, which, by the way, was a piece of shit movie. I know, Al, but, the book is always better. Oh, really? I beg to differ. There's a lot of begging going on in 50 Shades of Grey. What are you talking? They're begging for cock, Al. They're begging to be spanked, Al. They're begging. Margaret, I never knew this side to you. Oh, really, Al? Then how come I bought a ball gag the other day and you wanted no part of it? I didn't, Margaret. I don't like when you bring home ball gags. I ask you to bring home long grain white. I ask you to bring home long grain white rice, and then you bring home a bag of ball gags, and I'm like, what the fuck happened to my wife? Al, I'm tired of long grain white rice. Anyway, brown rice is supposed to be better for you. Bullshit. Bullshit. That brown rice thing is garbage. White rice, whole continents live on white rice. Oh, you and your continents. Let me tell you something now. All I want to say is sometimes when I go shopping, I get distracted. I get distracted by the adult store. Yes, well, that's why I'm picketing around the adult bookstore. Because all these adult party favors, I'm tired of them winding up in our house. The other day I asked you to bring home 2 mangoes, and you brought home a copy of Ass Master and a Cat of Nine Tails. And I do like the Cat of Nine Tails. I knew you would, Al. When I hit you with the Cat of Nine Tails and you're bent over and your work pants are down and you let your hair down. I'm bald, Margaret. I didn't know you're bald. I can't see you. We're just figments in the imagination of Eddie Pepitone. Don't start. Don't start. Yes, we are, Al. Margaret, we are existing, because if we don't exist and we're both fucking out of our minds, it's not us that's out of our minds, Al. It's Eddie Pepitone. He's really bonkers. Well, look, I don't want to get into that. The Cat of Nine Tails I do like. I like when you tie me up and you make me take down my work pants. You know what's funny about your work pants, Al? What? You don't work. You've been unemployed for so long. Don't you think you should have unemployed pants? Margaret, there is no such thing as unemployed pants. Oh, yes, there are, Al. They're called sweats. All right. Look, Margaret, I don't want to, split hairs. You're bald. Yeah, I told you that, even though you can't see me. I can see you. No, you can't, Al. We're psychotic, Al. Eddie is really psychotic, but I mean, within Eddie's psychosis, we've become psychotic. We need to see a shrink, Margaret. I'm getting confused now about whether or not we have free will. It's Eddie who, yes, but he's created us, so we now are his creations, and we do have free will. Frankenstein had free will. It's Frankenstein, and Frankenstein was the doctor, not the monster. What? Everybody thinks Frankenstein was the monster. No, Frankenstein was created by Frankenstein. I mean, the monster was created by Dr. Franco. Now you got me doing. Hit me with the countertails. We're driving. I'm not going to fucking do that when we're Oh, I forgot we're driving. See, it's all in Eddie's head. Oh, Margaret, come here. Just kiss me. Not in traffic. Oh, no, watch out for the truck.
Thanks for joining us for Checking In with Al and Margaret, a couple living inside Eddie Pepitone's head. I do love, because you just went into it, I picture the first-time listener. Like seeing that,
yeah.
Just go, and then oh, he's gonna keep going. He's still going. I love the
Yeah.
idea of sweatpants because I like a good pair of sweats.
So do I, actually,
Mm-hmm.
these days, you know. I like a stylish pair of sweatpants, you know, like the brand Philippe. Have you ever had Philippe sweatpants?
No. What kind of
They're
lifestyle are you living?
French.
I mean, ooh la la.
Yeah. Philippe sweatpants are cut so tightly that there's a great outline if you're a man of your package.
Hell yeah.
Um,
That's great.
it's a great outline, and people can see what they're in for. You know what I mean?
I got a pair of sweatpants. I like to get.
I
a pair
like
of
when
sweat-
Rob laughs.
Yeah, yeah. It always is.
He's like the
nice.
band. You always want to make the band laugh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got a pair of sweatpants that already had a bulge in it, a pre put bulge.
That's like pre-wash, pre-bulge.
Yeah, pre bulge pants. You know, and then
Hello, I'm Frank Johnson from Philippe. Is your package a little small and the ladies ain't into it? Like the size of a Planter's cocktail peanut? Well, we have some pre-bulge in Philippe pants, and Philippe pants are designed to make you feel like you got something hanging there, hanging low-hanging fruit.
here at Philippe Pants, we will make sure that your bulge is the same size as the bulge we put in the pants, so that the people will see what you are working with, but they don't actually see it.
At Philippe Pants, you will have time to run around and run around with a baguette and yell at the children. You will be children, come have some baguette. But I don't like empty calories, Mama. What are you talking about? Baguettes, the bread, it's empty calories. No, it is not. People stand in line in Poland for bread.
Philippe, stop chasing the children with your baguette.
The baguette! Please come in and have a baguette! I don't know. My imitations of the French are a little disarming.
It's hard to do a genuine French accent. It always ends up being cartoonish for me.
Me too.
Like, oh, well, very good.
Pepe Le Pew. Was
Yeah.
Right. But I'll do a real French accent now and not make the subject matter silly. And it'll be like this. Today we honor the laughing times of my father, who was a good man. He baked brie on everything. I wanted to start with death to make it seem like
Yeah.
But then it goes right into my stereotypes. Because I'm an ignorant kid. That's the one thing about being a provincial guy.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm from Brooklyn, Staten Island. We don't know anything.
I mean, that is
Americans in general don't, because, you know, in Europe, you know, you're situated, other countries, you're situated around other countries. We're very far away from every country except Mexico and Canada.
I love that's kind of where Bill Burr rests his is I don't know anything. I'm just talking. You know what I mean? And I think
that's a
great
cop
place.
out too, a little bit.
But I like a good
It
cop
is,
out.
yeah, a good cop out.
I'm a big fan, you know.
I know.
Get away with stuff.
I know you are. You're a little minx.
Oh yeah, but that's only because of the way I was raised, though. So
You were raised in an open field. I remember the Tinkins. It'd be funny if, like, the Tinkins are just raised in an open field in Fresno, like for generations.
Yeah.
You folks, you know, you're born in an open field, and in an open field you shall stay.
Yes, you know, I'm from my great grandfather who migrated here, Henry Tinkin. I remember him saying, "We will not have any shade. Okay, it will be an open field, completely no shade, no structure."
That's good German accent.
Thank you. It's in my blood.
Let me try that one. You will not have shade. That's not really. My accents are fine. You'll not have shade.
If I do the V, like where are you going? Oh,
there. Right. It leads you. There's one like thing that gets you into a
yeah.
dialect. Like, Where are you going, children?
Yeah.
Children, come over here. I want to show you something. You see this? No, Papa. Hold it. You're French. I know it's hard to do German accent as a child, Papa. Do a kid doing German.
Where we're going to go, Father?
Oh, that's not bad.
I like some chocolate,
You're
Father.
good. You're good. Where we going, Dada? Where we going, Papa? Are we going to have another Wiener Schnitzel?
I would like some more chocolate, Father.
I'd like a chocolate.
I wish this whole podcast was just this, like going.
Well, it's sort of developing. It's sort of devolving into bad stereotypical accents.
It
but
feels good.
It does feel good. It does feel good. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. It's Apocalypse Soon. I'm Eddie Pepitone, Kevin Tinkin with me. We want to talk about a product, a great product. Our sponsor this week, it's True Classic T-shirts.
True Classic T-shirts.
True Classic T-shirts. I don't know about you, but I have problems, having T-shirts that fit properly. I have a little bit of a gut because I live life.
That's right.
I don't I'm not going to eat anything but a little protein. No, I'm Italian. We eat pasta. We throw a ball in a field. Anyway, look, you need comfortable T-shirts, especially if you're a bigger guy, and True Classic T-shirts, they just fit better. All right? Men's T-shirts normally are designed to fit on skinny models like Tinkin.
That's right.
Tinkin is a skinny piece of shit.
That's right.
That's just not going to work for us guys. Guys who like to enjoy life and also occasionally binge on various substances. So let me tell you something about True Classic T-shirts, all right? It's time that you dress like a gentleman. These things fit great. Upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic. Get 25% off at trueclassic.com with code PEP, P-E-P. That's 25% off and free shipping. Over $100 with the code PEP at trueclassic.com. Get yourself looking great with True Classic. And I have to say, these are great T-shirts.
Yeah.
So please, my audience, go trueclassic.com. So it's time you dress like a gentleman. Upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic. Get 25% off at trueclassic.com with code PEP. That's 25% off and free shipping. Over $100 with the code PEP at trueclassic.com. So here we are. We're on the verge of nervous breakdown.
Yeah. You know what I think could be helpful for everyone in this moment would just be something nice and relaxing and soothing. You know, I don't know if you're interested in
I think I know where you're going.
Yeah. I like to pave a path, and
I think I know where you're going, and go ahead.
let's just take it down. Breathe it in. Let all the tension go on another episode of Guided Meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Let's really try to relax now. If you have bright lights, I want you to turn them down. Hopefully you have a dimmer switch. A lot of people these days can't afford dimmer switch, but I have a setting dim, dimmer, dimmest. And I want you to put it on dimmest. I want you to be in loose-fitting clothing, and I want you to take a big in-breath. And with this first in-breath, I want you to breathe into the fact that nothing will stop you from achieving your goals. Nothing will stop you achieving your goals unless you get very ill, and there's a good chance of that these days. COVID right now in China is doubling every few hours. You could look that up. You could Google it if you want, but COVID COVID is spreading so fast in China. It's doubling every few hours. And of course, that will make its way over here and probably kill many of you. Don't breathe that in. I want you to breathe in the fact that your goals will be achieved even if COVID is coming back with a vengeance. And even if the flu this year will kill you. I myself don't feel well, but I'm contractually obligated to do these guided meditations for you. And even though I'm in intensive care, they have amplified my voice. I'm actually in a coma right now. And what they are doing is they are translating my thoughts into a guided meditation. I'm in a coma, and my chances of survival are what medically is known as not gonna happen. And now, with your first in-breath, I want you to breathe in the fact that when you achieve your goals, you're not going to feel empty like most people. Most people spend their life saying, oh, I'm going to achieve this and that. And then when they achieve it, they're just as unhappy as they were before the goal. And what happens is you realize that the emptiness that you have inside you will never go away. It will never go away, no matter what you achieve. But be that as it may, let's imagine you achieve your goals and you're not empty. You're just, I want everybody with their out-breath, with their in-breath, I mean, to imagine they're riding on a little pony. And that little pony only has one eye, and it goes in a circle. And you're on that little pony going in a circle, and you're getting nowhere. But that's what you want to do with your life, because you've achieved your goals and it didn't work out. The emptiness was too much, so now you're going in a circle with a half-blind pony. I want you to breathe that in. And now with your next out-breath, actually, I'm confused whether we're up to the in or out breaths, and I think that might be related to the fact that I'm in a induced coma here at Cedars-Sinai Hospital, right by the ocean. I love to be in a hospital that's facing the ocean. I love facing the ocean and hearing the gorgeous sound of the ocean waves. In and out go the ocean waves, in and out, faster and faster, in, out, the ocean waves. And I'm not talking about Bernard, where the emptiness is so great, and everybody in pornography these days seems to be hung from a hook, beaten with whips and chains, and I come too quickly. So what I want everybody to do with this next in or out breath is to realize that the whole game of life is silly. It all amounts to sound and fury signifying nothing, which is a quote from Dennis the Menace, an old cartoon, an old animated comic strip. Sound and fury signify nothing. Dennis's mother used to tell him after Dennis would wreak havoc in the house. Also, check out Family Circus, if you will. These comics don't exist anymore, and the authors took their own lives, but they're still available on the internet. And now, with your final out-breath, I want you all to look out your windows, and no matter what you see, most of you will see a brick wall. Some of you will just see some of you will just see barbed wire and homeless men and women fighting. Some of you will see people injecting methamphetamine into the head of their penises. Some of you will see green fields. That's a rare percentage of you. Some of you will see a. Some of you will see gunplay. Some of you will see Drew Carey running around naked, screaming about his medication is gone. Some of you will see somebody trying to stuff Tylenol up their ass so they don't feel anymore. And some of you will see the ocean. That's a very small percentage of you. And just breathe that out or in. I'm not sure which.
Thanks for joining us on another guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
That was a nice one. I hope that relaxes everybody.
Oh, that was so relaxing. I also like the idea that I like that you acknowledged the amount of viewers that we have whose window is directly facing a brick wall, which I do. It's probably a high percentage. A lot of people.
I think so. Living
in very close quarters. Just about a foot and a half between houses. It's good stuff.
Poverty is endemic now in this country, and I believe there's this famous stat that something like, it sounds wild to me, but something like, have you heard this? Something like 70% or 75% of Americans can't get together like $400.
Oh, yeah.
In an emergency. Have you heard this, Rob? Have you heard this?
Yeah, yes. I'm trying to remember I'm looking up the exact number, but
let me see.
It kind of changes, but
that tells you it all. At first, when I heard that, you mean $400 like in nickels? Like that would be hard.
Yeah.
But no, $400.
Yeah.
Bucks, because poverty is so widespread, because all of all of the money is being funneled to the top, 0.001%.
Yeah, people have no reserve. They have no savings.
It's unbelievable.
It's
so
crazy.
How can we not be stressed out? I feel my stress in my upper chest area. Where do you feel it?
Oh, I feel it in more towards my soloplex, so lower chest, like the bottom of my sternum.
Rob, did you get any?
Yeah, the most recent one I can find is from December 2nd of this year. 50% of Americans have under $500 in emergency savings.
50% of Americans have under $500 in emergency. And then people who have money, they're spending ridiculous amounts of money on garbage. Like
or just hoarding it and wearing the same polos every day, or.
A lot of people gamble away.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of money. Sports betting is a huge thing.
Well, DraftKings, and there's all these.
Yeah,
it's
all that
so easy
shit
to do now, yeah.
It ruins the game, because I like, I've talked about this before, my sports addiction, that I love New York sports team, the Rangers in hockey. I live and die for the New York Giants football, New York Yankees in baseball, and the games are ruined. Particularly hockey right now, with all these fucking, bet the puck may have dropped, but you still have time to bet. It's like, stop with your fucking, and they're, all these inveterate gamblers out there. They're, who bet, here's my kid's college tuition, put it all on Lucky Stripe in the third rate. Have you ever done that with your? Oh, we did a bit, actually, where I think it was I don't remember, but we did that bit about you calling your grandmother up, and then, you're not going to put it on Lucky Stripe, are you?
Yeah. Who really gets it with who struggles with gambling a lot is the retired. Retired people do a lot of gambling. Like, that's why if you go to Vegas or you go to, we used to have this Indian casino in the Central Valley, and you go up there and it was just like a retirement community. It was just a bunch of people retired and just spending their money and having a blast. And
I don't know why people just don't read. Oh, they're having a blast.
Well, they're having fun losing all their money.
Well, now you're kind of contradicting yourself. If they're having a blast, there's nothing wrong with it if they're not being addictive, and if it were in like these retired communities, Betsy Johnson, no, that's somebody who owns a clothing thing. Frida Morales saying, "Do you mind if I have some of your soup? Where's your food, Frida?" I bet it all on number 7. Frida, you got to stop going to the casino. But I like the carpeting. I think you'll like more than that.
I like the free drinks. Yeah, it's I mean, it's fun. It is fun to go gambling. Did you ever?
Oh, really? I don't like it.
Oh, you haven't liked it?
I don't fucking like me. I hate Vegas.
Well, you know what I do to eliminate that anxiety is
It's not anxiety. I'm bored with it.
Oh, okay. Well, because I'll play in like poker tournaments.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, things that have a finite dollar amount. You know what I mean? It's like it's $200 to get in. You either win it all or or you lose. But there's no.
They kind of
It's not like a thing where I keep going back for more money. It's
It's not like a thing where you lose and then you go to your wife. Give me another 500.
Yeah, baby, come on, please.
No, Kevin, we are not German, right? We are not getting together. My accents are fucked. We're not getting together 500. I don't know if that's German.
I like whatever it is. It sounds just like my Jenny,
My Jenny. No, Kevin.
No, you cannot get him. It's my money.
Look, give me 500 and stop the bullshit accent, baby. You're not German. What is your wife said, Nathan?
She's German, Irish. She's a redhead. Yeah.
So you marry within your kind. Huh?
I blew it, dude. I really blew it because
German Irish.
Yeah, when I was a kid, because all my girlfriends, none of my girlfriends were white when I was growing up. I shouldn't say none of them, but a lot of them were not. And I remember thinking, because I hate being pale, I hate having to put on sunscreen. And I was like, when I have kids, I want them to not have to put on sunscreen. So I would try, and then I saw my wife, I couldn't help myself. So I asked her, and she said yes, and I was like, all right.
All right. Are you basing a marriage on tan and sunscreen? Are you basing a marriage on sunscreen? Like, I'm looking for a lady who don't put on sunscreen.
Yeah. I was looking for the darkest wife I could find. I'm like, if I could get somebody. I dated this girl who was half Mexican, half Armenian for a long time, and I remember thinking, man, my kids are set. They're gonna be set. They're gonna be tan. They're not gonna have to be splotchy like their old man,
Half Mexican, half Armenian?
Yeah.
Wow.
She was wild.
You want me to try that accent? Half Mexican, half Armenian? Kevin, would you like to come back to Mac? No, I'm doing French. Sorry, French. I was doing French. No, let me try to do it. Amigo. I don't want them to be offensive.
No, I get it. I worked in Glendale for when I first moved here.
Armenian.
A lot of Armenians. Yeah. And so much so that, and all a lot of my friends that worked there were also Armenian. And they were the most Armenians ever. So, like, when somebody would come in, they'd be like, "Oh God, it's one of my people," and I'd be like, "Okay," but yeah, it's I
you know who's Armenian? The great comedian James Adomian.
He's brilliant. We should have him on here.
Okay, we haven't had guests in a while.
I know. Yeah, James is fantastic. James is another guy.
He's Armenian. He actually went to Armenia because there's another genocide going on with Turkish people.
Yeah.
Killing Armenians, and James is a very outspoken activist about that, and he went to Armenia lately. He did a Tight 5 for the Armenians and got the fuck out of there.
Really?
More or less.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Yeah, he's brilliant, man. I really enjoy him.
Yeah, we'll get him on. I had him on the last. Never mind. You know what helps. All of this stuff, the genocide, the dating problems and everything, is you got to smell nice.
Yeah. If you have a good scent, it will get you through a genocide. And no better way than to present to you a very, very special perfume designed for the masses and men with gorgeous mustaches. It's called de Pepitone.
Hello. Are you looking for a perfume that will make you want to stop vomiting? Are you looking for a perfume that will make you check in to rehab? Are you looking for a perfume that will leave you homeless and begging for mercy under an overpass?
Please, Pepitone.
Well, there is a scent out on the market that is perfect for you. It is made by people who have no reason to live. It is made by people who have been destroyed by life. It is made by people who are living in their own poo-poo. It is made by people in warehouses in giant vats, and it's a perfume that when you put it on, it will burn your skin. I'm talking, of course, about eau de Pepitone. It is a perfume that has no equal. It is a perfume that if you have gotten information that a nuclear weapon has been launched and will kill all life, you want to put it on and be the last thing you smell. Eau de Pepitone is not to be used when you're among other people. Eau de Pepitone is to be put on if you live alone. Eau de Pepitone is to be put on in small little apartments that have a brick wall outside the window. Eau de Pepitone is sold only in stores that have been torched during demonstrations for police brutality.
Pepitone.
Eau de Pepitone is not available if you are a human being, but if you are an animal who doesn't care about life, then get eau de Pepitone.
Pick up your eau de Pepitone today. Find it in abandoned forests.
Yeah, good perfume.
Great perfume. Great,
I'm glad
great
to have
perfume.
my name on that perfume, you know?
Absolutely.
Legacy.
Yeah, I love the bottle. It says a perfume for the depressed. Right on the front of the bottle. It's beautiful. Well, how you feeling? You feeling good?
I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. I'm a little run down, actually. I've got a spot at the Comedy Store tonight, so I think after our pod here, I'll go home and I'll take one of those deep naps. You ever take a nap where you're drooling on the pillow and you're dreaming about Bob Dylan telling you who, just asking you questions like, what are you doing with your life? Like Dylan.
Yeah.
And you're drooling on a pillow, and you
What
have
are you
no.
doing with your life?
Yeah. And you have no pants on. I nap with no pants on. I just nap with a very long T-shirt.
Yeah, like a dress, like a nightshirt.
It's sort of like a nightshirt. It's a long T-shirt that just says "Somebody please kill me" on it.
Yeah. It helps you fall asleep nice and calmly.
And if somebody sees me, they'll know what to do.
Yeah.
The drool.
That is a good nap though. that when you wake up drooling, it's embarrassing, but no, like for
Well,
me.
not if no one's around.
Yeah, but I get embarrassed even if I'm alone. That's the kind of
Really?
that's the kind of self-consciousness I deal with.
Nah.
I'm like, what a
No,
loser.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, good drool. I woke up yesterday because I took a midday nap, and good God, when I woke up, I didn't know. I thought it was morning. Then I was like, oh God, I'm late.
Yeah.
But it was like 4 p.m, and then I was like, it threw me way off. Like threw me way off. But I knew I had a good nap though.
How long did you nap for?
It was like 2 hours. It was a long nap.
When I take a nap that's 2 hours or more, I wake up a little depressed. I don't know what that's about, but I'm disoriented.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Oh.
Yeah.
Who am I? And I'll run to the mirror and go, no!
You realize who you are?
Yeah. Have you ever done that? Like, just like you wake up and you're like, wait a minute. Who the fuck am I? And you look in the mirror like, no. I thought I was Aquaman.
I'll wake up, I'll just look at my wife, I go, I'm so sorry. She goes, for what? I'm like, I saw a mirror.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, should we tell folks?
I think we should, folks. Thanks so much for listening to the podcast. Me and Eddie it truly would not do it without you. It would be kind of pointless. But if you enjoy this podcast, you want to support and give us a little bit more, and you could get a little bit more, go to Patreon, where we have Bread and Circus for you folks, where you'll get the video podcast the day it comes out. And then we throw a couple little extra things on there. Some stand-up from Eddie from the Comedy Store and random different spots that are absolutely amazing. If you like Eddie's stand-up, it's really cool to see.
I'm just working out, so
yeah,
it'll be like, sets where, I'm just fucking winging it and doing crowd work, and it can be pretty good.
It's fantastic, and it's different than when you see a special. To see somebody that's...
There's nothing special about these sets.
Oh, I bet. I feel special. I feel special watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, go check out the Patreon and throw us $5 or $20, and we sure would appreciate it. And then go send us an email. A little feedback would be nice. EddiePepPod@gmail.com. And the last big thing I want to make sure is go to YouTube, where I post clips of this show every week, and we always put full episodes and put full sketches on there, so you could watch, if you want, you could watch hours of guided meditation. I have a playlist that has literally hours of these guided meditations you could check out, and driving in the rain and all that stuff.
Right.
And, yeah.
And also, please send us some feedback on our email account, which is, what is the email?
EddiePepPodcast@gmail.com.
EddiePepPodcast@gmail.com. Give us some feedback or comments, or a funny story, whatever you like, and write us a review and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, review on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen helps us out tons with the algorithm to get some new viewers to check us out for the very first time.
Awesome. All right, everybody, you've just, to your detriment, have listened or watched Apocalypse Soon, the podcast. No upside.